This is tutorial 6 from CMOS EDU. I'm going to go through it, the written part as usual. And so let's start out by starting Cadence. So let's right click on the desktop, open a terminal, CD into CMOS EDU, start Virtuoso. And let's move this over a tad. And then let's start out by, I already did it for tutorial 6, I used for the written part. So let's right click on this and do a copy. Update instances and call it, excuse me, tutorial 6 video. OK. And we want it in CMOS EDU, so say OK. Then go to tutorial 6. And again, I'm going to try to stay in line with what the written tutorial does. So the first thing we need to do is create a new layout cell view called Pad. So let's go to File, New, Cell View. Hidden back there, layout, pad, say OK. So this is kind of different than what we did before, because before we always started out by doing the schematic first. So we're trying to shake things up here. Alright, and let's move this over because I like to see what's going on. So next thing it says is go select the pad layer, and the pad layer is used to tell Moses where pads are located, and it's not really used anymore because Moses can tell by where the overglass layer or cuts in the passivation are located. And if I was doing this, I might use for a consulting or whatever, I might use text because I'm going to use the pad layer for an alignment. So I hit pad, select this window, press R, and then draw a box, hit escape, select, and then Q to edit the rectangle properties. And if you look at the discussion in the tutorial, it says that we want to keep things on grid. So let's just go here and change this to 60. Control C, whoops, minus 60. Try it again, Control C. Doesn't like that. Alright, so we'll just do it by hand. 60, 60, 60. OK, fit. So we're going to use this essentially as an alignment when we make our pad frame. OK, so the next thing we need to do is go put in a box in metal 3. So I press select metal 3, press R. Oops. Press R. Draw the box. Let's hit escape, select, Q, and then this one, 75, so that would be half of that is what? 37.5. 37.5. This one's going to be a lot, this tutorial is going to be a lot of this busy work, but of course you'll have the final result, so you can always just copy it. So let's hit OK, and then let's select glass, which cuts a passivate. Oops. Let's hit escape, R, draw that, select that, Q, and then this one 63, so that would be 31.5. And then let's pause for a moment and just do a quick DRC. No error, so let's save it. Let's see where we're at. Okay, so now it wants to add a pin. So let's go in our huge display here and say create pin, and let's call this pin pad. Whoops, you know what? Let's make sure it's on metal 3, display pin name, and it's an input output, and then hide. And actually, let's do this a little different. Let's zoom into this corner, press Z, put it there. Go up, zoom into this corner by pressing Z. Okay, then hit fit, zoom in around the center. And let's not stress it. Put pad there. Hit escape, select the text. And what size did we make it? 18. So press Q. Whoops, select the window first, press Q. Make the height 18. OK. Hit fit, deselect. Go to verify, DRC, OK. No errors. Alright, we're moving along here. Alright, so now we're ready to make our pad frame. So let's go ahead and save this, close it, go back to the file and do a cell view of, keeps putting that behind, pad frame. OK. And I like seeing the CIW, so let's rearrange. Actually, let me, since we're going to need more space in this one, let's select the window, press I, then navigate to, whoops, tutorial 6 video, make sure everything's in this pad, layout, OK. Let's put it right there in the middle, hit fit, hit escape. Now I'm going to press, actually before I do that, sticking with the tutorial, since I don't want to add pins later on, or just let's press E or display and just show that is a cell. Okay, let's press E and go back to 10. Okay, let's go get a pin, and it's on metal 3, and let's make it an array, and input output rectangle, display pin name. Okay, hide this, press Z and zoom in on that corner, fit, Z and zoom in on this corner, and then fit, and then or F, Z and in the middle, and drop this in the middle, hit escape. Now here's something, you want to adjust this size, which is the next thing. So let's select, okay, that's the pad cell. Let's select again. Notice I'm not selecting the text this time, I'm selecting the box. So I hit Q, and then property or connectivity, pin 1, IO type, input output, attribute. Oh no, that's right, I do need to select the text. Alright, so let's hit Q, and then what size does it say in the tutorial? 15 this time. 15. Let's hit apply. OK. Fit. Whoops, fit. And let's see. Let's press E again and look at it and just see what we have. Okay, there's pin 1. Just so we're going to have to label this, but I'll do it in a moment. So press E again and go back to 10. Fit. Okay, so now we want to make our pad frame. In the Moses Educational Program, the size is maximum size in the C5 process of the chip is 1.5 millimeters. And so let's go ahead and press C. Whoops, let's select the window first and press C. And then select everything, both the cell and the pin. And now click somewhere in here, and you know what, I'm going to zoom in down here and click there, and now I'm gonna, whoops, just out of curiosity, let's go see, okay, that's right. Okay, let's press F3 and set the number of rows to 12 and the number of columns to 12. We'll see why in a moment, or you could see in the tutorial why. Hit fit, zoom in over here, Click there, hit fit again, Shift Z a few times. Let's go, I'm using fit and Shift Z and Z, and then let's hit Shift Z a few times just so we can see. And then zoom in over here, and you can play around until you figure out how this works. Okay, and hit fit. And there we have our nice little array of pads. Now what we want to do then is delete some of them. So let's go ahead and delete. Select those two and select the window, escape, select them again, delete, select that, whoops, Control Z, I got a little control, or undo, fit, excuse me, let's try it again, select this, hit delete. Doing layout makes me sneeze. Okay, let's select this one, hit delete, select this one, delete, and then let's go ahead in here and select all the middle ones, hit delete, fit, let's save it, let's verify DRC. Okay, and we can't see what's going on, no errors. Now, if I were doing this for one of my own designs and I wasn't stressed for time, I like centering all my layouts around the origin. So I'd select everything and then go up to Advanced and then Move Origin to center it. But I'm not going to spend the time to do that here because I didn't in the tutorial. Okay, so the next thing is we need to know, this is our bonding pad. Let's see what are... let me go a little bit out of sequence here. Let me go Tools and Create Ruler K. And let's press Z and zoom in there. And click, fit, zoom. Wonder what I did wrong. That's slightly different than what I had in the tutorial, and I wonder why. Let's press K again. Let's see what it is in this direction. Oh, I know why it is, because in the tutorial, let's go ahead and do that. In the tutorial, what I did was I said, well, we don't need, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, we don't need this outline, so let's get rid of it because it has no fabrication significance. So press Escape. Let's press Shift K to clear the rulers. Let's just select one of these. Oops, Escape. Select that cell, and then if you remember that Edit to descend in the hierarchy is, I think it was Shift X, I don't know why it's not showing up, but we can then take and delete that outline and just have our basic pad. And then save this, hit B to go back, and then now let's, and again I'm getting a little out of sequence here, but let's press K and then zoom on down, 1395, I think that's what we had, and then we could do it the other way, Shift K. Okay, alright, so back on the farm, if we go now, this is our pad frame, it's 1.395 millimeters by 1.39 millimeters. So now this is what is going to be connected up to the chip, and so if I take, whoops, actually let me just slide this over and see what happens. Whoops. So if I take, here's the chip that I just laid out, those little boxes here are the pads I just have. If I count down from the right side, I see that the 5th pad down goes to pin 1 of the package. The 4th pad down goes to pin 2. I want to label those so that I can use them. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, zoom in on 5. There's pin 1. I'm going to use the roller mouse button and I'm going to go click a couple of times on the pad. And actually, why don't I do this? I'll press E, set this back to 0 just so it's easier to look at. Click on that, or whoops, click on here on that cell, and then connectivity, and change that to pin 2. Okay, and then I use the mouse button, and then I'll do a few of these just so you can see. This would be pin 3, but I'm going to go offline and do this because it'll take a few minutes and no need for you to watch me do all this busy work. And that, whoops, cancel. You don't want to select that. You want to select the box, or the rectangle rather. Okay. Oops, did I make a mistake? Oh yes, I did. Alright. So query that, connectivity, go back, press 4, OK, Q, connectivity, 5, and I'm using the scroll bar on my mouse to go up. Now when I want to go left, I press Shift, and then the scroll bar up shifts me left, and then this would be 6. Whoops. Connectivity. Okay, so I'm going to go offline and do this, and when I come back in a couple minutes, it'll only take a few minutes to do, I'll have all the pads aligned correctly. So let's do that. Okay, we finished labeling. Let's go ahead and let's see, there's pin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Press Shift and up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. No, close this. Let's go down the other side. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And then Shift and down. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 41. Okay, so let's press E, go back to display level at 10. Okie dokie. Save, verify, DRC. Okay. Okay, so let's see where we are here. Yeah, we don't need to extract. We need to make a schematics though. So let's close this. Yes. And let's go make a schematic equivalent for the pad. So File, New, Cell View, always puts it in the back. Schematic. OK. And if I remember, it was an input-output pin is all that is in the schematic, so it's really simple. So let's press Create Pin. Direction, input-output. It's called pad. I think that's it. Hide. There we go. All right. Let's do a check and save. One warning. It's going to be floating node, so it's ignore. Okay. Check and save. Okay, that's our schematic for our pad. Woohoo! Let's now, let's go back and create a cell view or a symbol for that. Let's do create cell view from cell view symbol. Okay. Don't care. Let's delete all this stuff. Yeah, press escape. Then move, select, rotate, and let's put it like that. Fit. Check and save. There's our pad symbol. There's our pad schematic. And here's our pad layout. And you know what? I don't want to look at the grid anymore, so let's go ahead and turn that off. Okay, I'm going to be sloppy when I put everything together. So, all right, close that. Now we need to make a schematic for the pad frame. So let's do a File, New, Cell View. Puts it in the back, schematic, OK. Then press I, or we can use this. And let's stretch this out. We want to go to Tutorial 6 Video, and we want the pad. Let's plop it down. Escape. Select Q. And let's call this, there's 40 pins there. 1:40. Okie dokie. Fit. Oops. I didn't put the display value on. OK. Fit. Whoops. That's not what I want. I want this one value. OK. And yeah, good enough. Can't move it because we deleted that when we created the symbol. Okay, so let's go add pins now. Do a Shift Z a few times. Whoops, select the window again. And let's do a pin. And let's call it pin corresponding to pins of the chip 1 through 40. Input, output, hide. Whoops. Let's try it again. Pin 1:40. Input, output, hide. Shift Z a couple times. Yeah, good enough. Fit. And let's see. Let's do a wide wire. Shift W. Good enough. Press L for label. Pin 1:40. Hide. OK. Fit. Check and save. OK, create. We're almost ready to put our stuff in the pad frame. Let's create a cell view from cell view schematic. OK. Don't care. And then let's delete all these. Whoops, I don't want to delete that. Select and delete. Then press escape, move, M. Whoops. Right click to rotate. Let's see. And let's leave it right there. Press S to stretch. And good enough. Hit fit, check and save. There's our icon for our 40-pin pad frame. Alright, let's close all this up. Alright, so what's next? I think we're ready to make our chip. Alright, so let's go ahead and File, New. Let's do the schematic first. Cell View. Of course, it puts it in the back. Let's call it Chip. OK. And let's press I, instantiate. Where's my browser? Oh, there it is. So let's put a pad frame in there. It's hard with this small of a screen, but we'll make it work. There. Let's put the ring oscillator in. Boom. Let's put the NMOS in. Let's put the PMOS in. And let's put the RDEV in. And then the inverter. Oh yeah, this is good times. And the NAND gate. And then let's go put the symbols for the VDD, supply nets, and NCSUs. Supply nets, let's put VDD. Boom. And supply nets, ground. Alright, so let's close this, hit escape, let's save it. Alright, so now we need to wire things up. I'm trying to follow what was in the tutorial. So let's press Shift W, and let's just use the icon. Then press L, and let's put pin, just to label it, 1 through 19. Then let's connect ground bar to 20, and then pin 21 through 39, and then VDD bang will be the pin 40. Looking good. Okay, hit escape. Let's move this. Press M. Move it over. And let's move it down a little too. We can be a little different. Press W. Escape. Whoops. Press W. Let's just put some wires on here. Escape. W. Escape. W. Escape. Whoops. Press U, W. This is all just busy work, but I'm not going to go offline to do it this time. Let's delete that. Press W. And W. 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 And then label, pin. Let's connect the oscillator to pin 1. Boom. Pin 7. So we're going to connect the drain to. Pin 8. Pin 9. Yeah, it'd be nice to listen to music right now. Pin 11, which is of course what I did when I was doing the written version, but we don't do that now. Oh, I forgot a wire. Label, pin 14, hide, label, pin 12, label, pin 13, pin 15, label, pin 16, label, pin 22. And again, these are all arbitrary, and as I mentioned, I'm not using buffers, so if we were to fabricate this chip, you'd see that the delays are quite a bit slower than what we simulated. Now, one thing that you need to remember is I don't know which one of these inputs goes to which transistor in the layout, so I need to check that. So if I press whether it's A or B, if I, oops, let's hit escape, select that and then query it, I see that the top one goes to A, so I got to make sure I connect in the layout A to pin 22 or I'll get an LVS layer, and it could be a pain to troubleshoot if I'm new at doing layout. Okay, so last but not, oh, that's not last, we got to do the RDEV 23, hide, and then label, pin. Yeah, it takes 3-4 minutes, but it's not that big a deal. Okay, so now I'm going to check, well, let me pause, 7, 8, 9, and verify that 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 22, 21, 23, 4, 5, pin 1, pin 19. Okay, so I'm going to do a check and save, and now notice I have quite a few of my pad frame that are pins on my pad frame or pads that won't be connected to anything. So I'm likely going to get errors, but I don't care, so I'll fix that. Let's see. 24 warnings. Okay, so I'm going to go up and check find markers, and all of these appear to be floating nets. So let me just take a quick look and see. Warning members floating. Okay, so let's do this. Just to be different, let's go to check rule setup, and in this cell let's ignore floating nets. Okay, so let's check and save. One error found. Pin 1 through 19. Ground pin to, okay, what's that error? So let's go check. Find marker on floating inputs, outputs. Members pin 2, 3, 6, 10. Yeah, that's just listing all. Okay, I guess it's not, so we'll just, still just saying it's floating, but I already know that, so I'll just hit ignore, apply, or I guess that's okay. Check and save, and it goes away. I don't know why. I guess because it treats the floating nets differently. Anyway, it's just not connected to the pad frame. All right, so there's our schematic. Now we need to do the layout. Okay, so we're at about 31 minutes already, so I want to be fast, so I'm going to do a sloppy job. Something I would give a poor grade to if it was turned in to me. First, let's go do a cell view of the layout of the chip. Okie dokie. Then let's instantiate a pad frame. And you know what? Let me pull this up here. Fit. Okay, put the pad frame in. Now I want to browse. And I'm going to look, and I'm going to try to put things close to where they belong. And so I have the ring oscillator, which goes to pin 1. So let's go. Let's see, Z, zoom in, I think that's pin 1. Yep, so let's go Shift Z a few times. So there's pin 1, so drop that. Then let's go to, what's next? The resistive divider, RDEV. And that goes between pins 4 and 5, so let's drop that in up here. And then what's next? Whoops. The NMOS, and that goes to 6, 7, 8, 9. So let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 7, 8, 9, so that's going to be right. Oh, you can barely see that. Let's zoom in just to make sure. Okay, there it is. 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9. Press F again. Can't see it. Zoomed out here. Then PMOS goes 11, 12 through 14. So let's see. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So let's drop that here. The inverter's 15 and 16, so let's go grab that and drop it in here. And then the NAND gate, which I got pin 22, goes to A, goes to 22. Alright, so where's that? 22, 21, and somewhere right there. So hit escape, fit. Alright, so let's save this. Let's do a DRC real quick. So I've just placed all the cells. See, okay, no error. Sometimes if you don't place things right, it'll move things close. Alright, so Let's go ahead and maximize, or actually I need the LS layer selection window visible so I can, yeah, it's handicap with this small screen. Okay, so now I want to do this as quickly as possible. So I know I need power and ground to several of these circuits. So I'm going to, pin 40 is my power and pin 20 is ground. And so I'm going to press, hit escape, press R, and this is pin 40, and I'm just going to draw a rectangle that goes all the way over like that. And that's going to be my power connection. And then I think this is pin 20. It is. So I'm going to draw another rectangle and draw that over here. And so that'll be where I tap into ground, and that'll be where I tap into VDD. So let's verify. So, okay, let's make this a little bit, okay. So now I hit fit. So now I go back and I look at the schematic, and the first one I'm going to wire up is the ring oscillator, and I'm going to do this probably not as I would do it if I were doing this carefully, but I'm going to do it quickly. Okay, so I'm going to zoom into the ring oscillator here, and let's zoom out a little bit. I'm going to be sloppy, and I'm just going to draw a rectangle on metal 3 over here like this. Okay. Then I'm going to draw another, I'm going to zoom in here, and I'm going to draw another rectangle on metal 3. Shift Z a few times, going up like this, and then zoom in, and then yet another rectangle going down like this. Alright, then I'm going to go up to the RDEV, and that goes to, so let's review what I did there. I just put metal 3 over for ground, VDD, and here. Okay, so let me go ahead and connect those up. So this is ground right here, so let's go, just go R. Now I'm being sloppy again, and let's do this, and then this, and let's just do a DRC real quick. Okay, and I can't see the CIW. Okay, no errors. I'm going to wait to connect this up till later, and I'm going to wait to connect the output to pin 1 until later. So I'm still on rectangle metal 3. So now I go up here, and I see that pin 4 is connected to this output. Zoom. So press R, go over like that, and then I see this one here is connected to ground, so I'm going to draw a rectangle going up here like this. Zoom, and then a rectangle over here. Fit, going over like this, and again I'm being sloppy, and we'll leave it like that, and that'll be the placeholder for ground for the RDEV, but I still need to connect pin 5 up, so let's do that. R, let's just do it like that. Boom. Okay, and then let's quickly do the other one. So we're at the NMOS here, which we can't see, and the drain of the NMOS goes to pin 7. So can't even see what that is, so that must be 9, 8. So press shift and down scroll. Let's just put a rectangle like this, a rectangle like pin 8, and a rectangle like this. And those will be what I use for my connections. And then I need a connection to the body of the device, which is here. So let's just come in and put a rectangle here, going up there for the body eventually. Okay, so now we're at the PMOS. The PMOS is the source goes to 11, so let's zoom. Okay, so let me make sure I have the source on the right. I don't, so let me hit escape. Then move M. Whoops, don't want to move the pad frame. Move and then pull. And then let's press R. Whoops, undo. Escape. M. Then press the right mouse button and rotate it a few times. And then Shift X. Oops, not Shift X, wrong set of tools. Zoom. And then, okay, so we need rectangle, boom, on 12, boom, 13, and Shift up arrow, 14. And then let's go over here, let's press Shift and up, and 15 goes to the input. So let's press R and go down here. And 16 goes to the output, so let's press Shift Z a few times. R. Yeah, I'm going to leave that like that. And then let's go down and connect the NAND gate up. So let's do this. We need the power connection for VDD, so we'll come down here like this. Then we need the ground connection, so we'll press a rectangle, come over here like that. And then we need to connect A to pin 22. So I think that's pin 22 right there. And 23 goes to the output. Just put that over here like that. And pin 21. And we'll go to my other input here. So fit, save. Let's see how many DRC errors we have. 2. Oh, I can see them right there. So let's delete that, rerun the DRC. Oh, verify DRC, okay. Okay, that got rid of that, so we'll just leave it at that. Now let's go to Metal 1 and add the Metal 1 connections. And let's see, where are we at here? So Metal 1, press R. Let's just go up, Shift Z a couple times there. Go down, and we don't need one there. And here, boom. You know what, let's go ahead and wire this up just as we go. And then Metal 2. And so I'll just put a Metal 2 connection here like that. I'm not going to put the vias in right now. Let's go ahead and put that in. And put that in. And let's do a verify DRC. Okay. Next one, we're on Metal 2. So we need to just come up here like this. Like this. Yeah, just to make it a little easier to see. And like this. And then let's put the Metal 1 in. Whoops. Let's press Z and zoom on in. Press R. And do I have gravity on? Oops, wrong one. Okay, I don't want gravity on. Undo, I made a little box there, that's okay. And last but not least, R. Boom. Okay, so again, sloppy layout. Let's verify, see if I've got any errors. Alright, so let's zoom in here. We're on metal 1. So let's see, drain. Goes over here. Goes over here. And then there. So hard to see. Okay, so the drain goes to pin 7. So let's put metal 2 here. And then the gate goes to pin 8. And then the source goes to pin 9. Let's do a DRC. Again, sloppy layout, but I don't want to take too much time. 3 errors. Oh yeah. Alright, so let's do this. Hit escape. Let's delete these. And then let's do a DRC again. Select metal 3, rectangle, go down, go down, go down, verify, DRC, okay. Alright, then let's go back to metal 2. Just zoom in. Zoom in here. And, whoops. Put a rectangle in. Yeah. I don't know if that's enough, but let's find out. Alright. Let's zoom in over here. I got a feeling I'm going to need to redo that one. So, okay, so let's, I think this one's going to be a problem based on what just happened. Whoops. So let's select this and delete it. And let's see, for the PMOS, the source goes to pin 11. So let's let's go metal 1. Zoom. And, whoops, press R. Boom. Let's put the gate up here. And let's go ahead and drag this one way over. Yeah. And let me just do a DRC real quick before we go any further. Verify, DRC, okie dokie. Alright, so let's go to metal 2. Of course, they're not connected yet. Zoom. Wait, that's pin 12 is the gate, so we need to go press R, Shift Z. Alright, and then come up here, Okay. Come over here. Okay. And then let's go to metal 3 and drop this down. And then Shift Z. And back on metal 2. And let's do a verify real quick. See how many errors I just added? None? It's a miracle. Alright, and let's see where we at now. Oh, the inverter. So that's ground. Actually, let's go to metal 1. Zoom in around that. Oops, I always do that. Get escaped. Z. And then A. Went to pin 15. And let's drop ground all the way down to ground here. Yep. Boom. And before I forget, let's go down here. Whatever, we'll leave it like, that's even too sloppy for this sloppy fest. Let's just put one right there. And you know what, I won't be able to see that when we go put the contacts on, so let's put a rectangle like this just so I can see. Alright, and let's zoom in. And the input is 15, so let's go back here. Boom. And the output it's good to use paths for doing this too. Alright, and then VDD, or whoops, did I put metal 1 on there? I don't think I did. Past performance is the best indication of future performance. Okay, press R. Metal 2. Zoom. You know what? Let me save this just in case. Zoom. And let's press stretch and stretch that out. It keeps grabbing the wrong thing. Okay, so let's just throw a metal, boom, go down to VDD. There it is. Okay. Last but not least, let's DRC real quick. Last but not least is the NAND gate. Zoom. And let's go to metal 1. Escape. Metal 1. Zoom. Zoom. And R. Good enough. Metal 2. Good enough. Shift Z a few times. Back to metal 1. R. Metal 2. Okay. And then A goes to pin 22. B goes to pin 21. A NAND B goes to pin 23. So let's go to metal 2 and do Shift Z a few times. Hit escape. 22 is A. So we can press R. Verify. See if I'm too close there. Nope. Alright. Then pin 21 goes to B. So let's go back to metal 1 here. Actually, before we do that, select the window, press escape, delete this. Whoops. And go back to metal 1, press R, zoom. And then pull that up. Yeah, that's going to fail. I know it will. So let's do this. Yeah, no, that's going to fail. Oh, it didn't. Good. All right, and then pin ground we need to connect to, so let's go here. Actually, let's be sloppy and do this. Metal 2. Alright, I think we're done. That's the last connection. Alright, so let's save it. Verify DRC. OK. Alright, so, well, we're not done. We have to put the vias in. So let's instantiate. Browse. NCSU Tech Lib. Metal 1. And again, I'm going to make this as simple as possible. Okay, hide. So this is the metal 1 to... Let's put one there, put one there. Let's zoom in. Oh, I hate doing layout this sloppy. Alright, we'll find out. I'm bound to make mistakes being this sloppy. Alright, and then zoom up here. And drop one in there, drop one in there, drop one there, zoom in over here, there, that's probably going to be an error, there, there, oops, I don't have a... Let's drop one there, but I don't have metal 2 there. That's a problem. So let's press R, go back to metal 2 and just put a box there. And go back to instantiate, hide, fit. Alright, so let's zoom in around this one. Boom. Boom. Okay. bound to have some issues. This is really sloppy. There. 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 Oh yeah, it's not good layout. There. When you're this sloppy doing layouts, bound to create all kinds of problems. Alright. Yeah. Let's do a DRC. I know there's going to be issues. 2 errors. Verify, markers, find, apply. Oops, let's zoom to marker. Alright, let's see what this one is. Okay. Move. Okay. Verify DRC. Okay. That's flipping amazing. Okay. So we got to do one more thing, which is put in metal 3 to metal 2. And then we get to LVS and look for the issues. Okay, so let's start here. Boom. Boom. And boom. And then go over here. Boom. Yeah, you never want to use one contact, one via like I'm doing right now. It's horrible design. And it's pretty easy to increase the size, so. But I want to do this as quickly as possible, so. And let's see. Alright, let me DRC. Alright, so now the fun begins. So let's save, verify, extract. Okay. So let's go to the extracted view. And let's verify LVS. And this was tutorial 6 video chip extracted. Run. Whoops. Run. Alright, should pop up any second now. Or did it finish? Oops. Can't start. Oh. Okay. So let's look at the output. 5 net lists. Okay, so what a surprise. I'm sure I missed some vias somewhere. Okay, so let's pull up the extracted view. Let's go to error display, and let's change that color so I can see it better first. Okay, let me just look and see what we have. So that's VDD. Oh, I don't have VDD connected up here, do I? Okay, that's an issue. Well, let's fix that. Oops, let's go ahead and close this for now. Oops, my layout's not showing up. Refresh. Okay, so sure don't. Okay, so let's go put a metal layer there. Rectangle. Go up. Over. And let's DRC it just to see if I've got that too close. Alright, so let's select this thing. Delete. Rectangle. And then instantiate metal 3 hide. Alright, save. Verify DRC. Okay. Verify. Extract. Okay. Close the layout. Yes. Open the Open the extracted view. Then go to verify LVS, verify all that, run. Oops, succeeded. Look at the log, output. The net list failed to match. Let's find out what the next issue is. Error display, change that to white first. Alright, something's not right here. Let me see what the error is. Man, it's a handicap working with such a tiny little screen. Net 1 merged with 2. Alrighty. Alright. I don't see any issues there. Alright, let's see what the next one is. No more errors available for display. I did read extract, right? Zoom in. Well, it looks right to me. Let me go back and look again. Close this. Maybe I didn't re-extract right. So let's go view, refresh, layout. Alright, let me just look and see. Pin 40. Shouldn't this one be connected? Huh. There's no... Alright, well let's put one there. Okay, save. Verify DRC, okay. Verify, extract, okay. Alright, I don't know what the deal is, but we'll see. Because I thought it was connected up. Run. Alright. Oh, okay, I just missed that one. The netlist match. Woohoo! Alright, I hope this was useful. I don't know how useful it is with it being so sloppy, but anyway, we're done with these things, so I'm going to call it quits. Stop.